Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We have another Shadows over Innistrad remastered draft in store for you today. Phyrexia All Will Be One season is coming to a close, might have another one or two drafts left on the channel, but a week from today, I believe, is when the entire spoiler for March of the Machine will be released. So we are very close to a very busy time here on the channel, wrapping up two formats and getting into yet another one with set review season next week. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, you'll absolutely want to be at this point so that you can go ahead and stay on top of set review season for March of the Machine, so you can watch us send off Shadows Remastered and Phyrexia and all sorts of things, and off we go into the next set. So we've done a couple of Shadows Remastered drafts last week. If you haven't seen those on the channel, check them out. They are in the recent playlist as well as the Shadows playlist. You can go ahead and find those drafts. But I believe today will be our third one, and without further ado, I will see you in pack one, pick one. All right, and here we are. Let's see what we have. We've got Tree of Perdition in the rare spot, which I don't think is what we're going to be taking here. There's Abundant Maw for Emerge. Let's see what else we have. Ironclad Slayer has been pretty good in humans. Jace's Scrutiny is a great investigate spell, great combat trick. Obsessive Skinner is outstanding in Delirium decks. Moon Mist I don't think is playable necessarily. I think I might take the Ironclad Slayer. There's also Gyre Reach Bandit, which could be good. We're going into werewolves, but humans has been a very impressive deck so far. And I think that's where we're going to land here. So I believe today might be the last day of the first set of the... Here, I'll tell you that after we go through this pack. I want to make sure we have enough time. Double rare. Let's see. 4 mana, mill 13. No. Diagraph Colossus zombies. So 3 mana 2/2 ETBs with a 1/1 counter for each zombie card in your graveyard. Whenever you cast a zombie, make a 2/2 zombie. That's incredible. Why was that passed? Someone didn't take that? Well, what follows up the Ironclad Slayer? Well, literal nothing, because there's no white cards in the pack, which means our neighbor took a white card. Compelling Deterrence, not bad. Mutation. Deadweight's the next best card, but I think we're taking Diagraph Colossus here. Maybe we wield Deterrence if no one's in zombies. Who knows? I was going to say, as far as the Shadows of the Past rotating things, I think tomorrow is when, at the time of recording, tomorrow is when the flashback Shadows of the Past cards make their way into. I think today we're still on the first set of cards. And this weekend, I believe there is an Arena Open, which is going to include the flashback cards. So today we won't have those flashback cards in this draft, but just know that you can find those at the time of the time this gets posted, I do believe. So let's see what we have to follow this up with. Again, no white cards, except Guardian of the Pilgrims, which is whatever. Falconwrath Gorger's not bad for vampires. What can follow up zombies here? This is a zombie, but it does work pretty well with Diagraph Colossus, because ETBs with a 1/1 counter for each zombie in your graveyard. Counterspell. Bloodbriar. I guess... You know what? Falconwrath Gorger has the highest upside here, I think. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the Gorger, and we kind of have humans, vampires, and zombies going on, but we'll see which one ends up being open for us. Okay, so this is more of an instant sorcery spell kind of card. There is Gisa's Bidding, which is great for zombies here, and it's just a great, good black card in general. Has Madness for the Gorger if we need it. Here comes Train coming down the tracks. Hopefully you don't hear it too loud here in a moment. Rabid Bite's pretty good in green, but that would make us have 4 colors. This isn't one of the vampire synergies you really want. Stromkirk Occultist is pretty good, though. 3-mana 3/2 trample. When it deals damage, you can kind of impulse draw. It also has madness. There's another Laboratory Brute. Liliana's Elite is a zombie, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Geese's Bidding. It kind of toes the line between black-red and black-blue. Olivia's Dragoon is great for the black-red madness deck. There's Alchemist's Greeting, which is also good in that deck. There's a zombie. Well, there's Ingenious Scob as well. Here it is. So this is pretty close between Olivia's Dragoon and Ingenious Scob. The Colossus is actually pretty bad if you're not in zombies, and the Gorger is pretty good in vampires. I think I'm going to take the Scob here. The Colossus just seems like a very good payoff for that deck. Okay, so here's a black vampire with Delirium. There's no zombies here. There is Borrowed Malevolence, which I think is probably going to be the pick. There's a Wretched Griff. There's a Paladin for the humans deck. And Butcher's Cleaver for the humans deck. I think I'm going to take my first copy of Malevolence here. Kindly Strange is a very good Delirium card. Rise from the Grave gives you another zombie, but I think I'll just take Laboratory Brute. Could also take the Neonate here. I'm going to take the Brute. Alright, 5-mana 3/4 flyer, discard 2, return to the battlefield tapped. I don't think that's great. Drownyard Explorers, Human Wizard. Macabre Waltz is pretty good in vampires. Ravenous Bloodseeker is pretty good in vampires. I guess I'll take Macabre Waltz. I think vampires is looking to be more open than zombies here. Although there's a late Jace's Scrutiny wheeled, which is weird. So I'm going to take the Jace's Scrutiny here. Laboratory Brute. So what didn't wheel was the zombie uncommon payoff. But that's okay. So Deny Existence, counter a creature, another Laboratory Brute, 4-mana 3/3 zombie. Guess I'll take another zombie here. Another Laboratory Brute or another vampire. Guess I don't know how much we're going to want to be milling ourselves. Oh my gosh. I mean, this isn't a great card, but I mean, we're not taking anything else here, so I guess we're just going to take our 4th Lab Brute. Olivia's Dragoon, pick 13. That's great. I don't think I'm playing either of these necessarily. So red hasn't been super open, but the vampire deck looks to have been so far. Here's Flameblade Angel. We've opened this already in the format, and it hasn't been great. There's Rise from the Tides, which makes zombies based on your instants and sorceries in your graveyard. We currently have 2 and 2. There's Stromkirk Captain, which is a vampire lord. And there's a zombie dog down here. I guess we could take Rise from the Tides and maybe be more of like a blue-black instant sorcery spell zombie-based deck, because this is a very good payoff for instants and sorceries, but we don't actually have a ton of vampires necessarily. I'm going to go ahead and take Rise from the Tides, see if that ends up being good for us. Oh my gosh. 3 mana, 3/3 flying. Whenever another creature ETB is under your control, you can discard a card. If you do, put a 1/1 counter on it, gains haste, and it's a vampire. Is there something that's better than that for us? 3 mana, 2/2. ETBs return a zombie at random from your graveyard to your hand. That's probably pretty good. There's a Jace's Scrutiny, and there's a Drag Under. Gosh. I think Vampires has been correct for us, but we only have the Gorger. We'd have to give up on Rise, Scob, Scrutiny, and a bunch of random brutes here, and also a Drag Under. I mean, this card is good. I don't think it's a bomb, though, necessarily. I'm going to go ahead and take the Drag Under. It goes well with Rise from the Tides. That's a close one, but yeah. Now, unfortunately, there's not a lot for us. There's a random Graph Rats. There's Certain Death, but that's way too expensive. Explorers and Fogwalker. This goes well in Blue-Green and Fogwalker. I've just been very underimpressed with. Traveler's Amulet. I think this is just a bad pack for most people here. I guess I'll take a Certain Death, but I hope to not play it. Here we go. Alright, what do we got here? We've got Drunau Corpse Trawler, 4 mana, 1/1. Comes with a 2/2. And you can give zombies Death Touch. There's also another Rise from the Tides. But we need to make sure we have a high density of zombies here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the first Drunau Corpse Trawler. And now there's nothing. Fiery Temper is good in the Madness deck. Alms with a Vein and Storm Rider Spirit. I don't think either of those are for us, really. I don't think we're playing any of these cards. I guess I'll take Fiery Temper. I don't know. Okay. Compelling Deterrence, Ingenious Scob, and Geese's Bidding. We don't have great... We have a Macabre Waltz. We have Olivia's Dragoon as ways to discard cards. So Geese's Bidding could be okay. This is a tough one here. We have to make sure we have a high density of zombies. But you know what? Actually, the Rise from the Tide says I probably need to take some instants and sorceries as well. And then nothing. Well, this creates zombies, but I don't think this card is good. I'm not playing Certain Death number 2, and I'm not playing a Field Creeper, so... Fleeting Memories. Whenever you sacrifice a clue, target player mills 3 cards. Not for us. How about a 5th Laboratory Brute? Terrarian. Ironclad Slayer pretty late. Thraben Foulbloods is a zombie. There's also a Choked Estuary, but I think I'll take the zombie here. Ghoul Razor. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good this wheel. So I think zombies is open. I just don't think we're seeing the outstanding cards for it. I do think vampires would have been another good spot to be in, but I think we're okay where we're at. I'll take the Explorers, but probably not play it. Morkrut Necropod. I don't think we have one of those yet. Alms of the Vein, no thank you. I think everything in the deck so far is okay. We're probably going to end up cutting a decent number of these brutes just once we get more zombies here, but we'll see. Oh, man. 4 mana, 4/4 ETBs or attacks have no cards in hand, deals 2 damage as Madness, but it's not the best red, black, gold card, but still a good one. There's another Ingenious Scob here. Aristocrat is a vampire card, so is this one. Grotesque Mutation, +1, +3, +1 in lifelink. There's also another Borrow Malevolence. I don't think that is very good for us, so I guess we're going to go ahead and take another Ingenious Scob. And still look to up our instant and sorcery count for a Rise from the Tides and the double Scob that has Prowess now. It's not an instant or a sorcery, but it is removal. Oh my gosh, Tireless Tracker. Hello. 3-mana 2/2 first strike. It transforms into a double strike. That's also pretty good. But I think we have to take the deadweight here. There's a Cultist and an Explorers, but those don't really go in this deck necessarily. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the removal spell in deadweight. Hello, Laboratory Brute. So this can give us zombies from the graveyard, which might not be bad. There's another Borrow Malevolence. Alms of the Vein, no thank you. I guess I'll take the Accomplice. It isn't a zombie itself, so it doesn't work with Ghoul Razor. It doesn't work with Diagraph Colossus. It does make a zombie for the Corpse Trawler here. I wonder if I should just take Malevolence because of the Rise from the Tides. In fact, I think I will. The other card's not great here. Here's another Ghoul Razor, though. That's not bad. Yeah, it's about the only thing we can consider taking. Ooh, lots of black and blue here. Drown Yard Explorers, pick the brain, pour over the pages, draw 3 cards, untap 2 lands, and then discard a card. There's another Dragoon. We have Geese's Bidding. Is that our only Madness card? I think it is. I guess I'll take it here anyway. Pieces of the puzzle. Reveal the top 5, put 2 instant and or sorceries from among them into your hand. There's Drownyard Behemoth, which we don't have great combos with. I mean, the Cultist would kind of separate the deck from the whole zombies theme. There's another Borrow Malevolence. I don't think I'm playing anything here. Eldrazi Crab. Interesting. I don't think I'm playing any of these cards, but I'll take pieces of the puzzle, I guess. We are not zombies. We are laboratorybrute.deck. I'm like 7. What is this? I guess Grotesque Mutation here. Nothing else is really for us. Cultist or Explorers. Let's take a look at our curve. Guess we'll take Cultist. Man, I don't know. What am I supposed to do with 8 Laboratory Brutes? I don't know how many of these I'm actually playing. What does this card even do again? No. Well, there's a Cultist second to last pick. I'm not sure I've ever had 8 of the same card in a draft before. That is wild. Those are pretty good with our Rise from the Tides. Or Rise from the Tide, I guess. We got one of them. We can't possibly play 8 Laboratory Brutes. If we do, we're going to have to run like 60 cards on the deck because it mills 4 every time. I don't... Maybe we could play a Certain Death. I don't know. We're lacking a little bit on removal. The cultists just like aren't great in our deck. They're just kind of 3-mana 2/2s a draw card. We don't have a good way to use them. The Drawn Yard Explorers is just whatever. I wonder how many of these we run, and if we should just like run more than 40 cards if we have to run a lot of these. I don't really like the rest of the cards here, so if we did, it's just how many laboratory brutes are we running? That's basically the entire strategy here. Macabre Waltz works well with Geese's Bidding, and that's about it. As far as having to discard a card as well. We don't necessarily need 2 drops, but these are fine, I guess. So like these are the creatures I'm looking at potential cuts for. Currently have 15 zombies. Thanks in large part to 8 lab brutes. Okay, what if we went to like 4? Maybe 3? Explorers doesn't seem great. Cultist doesn't seem great. Now we're at 10 zombies, which is still okay. The only cards that really care about it are Colossus, Ghoul Raiser, and Corpse Trawler, and Compelling Deterrence. And I guess that's it? Yeah. Pieces of the puzzle can find 10 other cards, including our Rise from the Tides. Now the Lab Brute could mill this, which would not be great for us, but is there a way to get this back from the graveyard if it does get milled? That's far too expensive. I don't think there's a way to get this back. Certain Death it's not great, but we are lacking in interaction here. So maybe we'd cut 1 more brute here. We run 2 of them instead of 8 of them. Look what happened. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had to make these dark so you could see that there's more than 4. And I guess run it like that? Yeah, it didn't really get there, unfortunately. We didn't see any of the blue-black zombie uncommon, which is still in the format here today. So, we'll see if we can get there with a little bit of a interesting zombie build, laboratory brute.deck sitting in the sideboard. But yeah, I'll see you in game 1 here. Alright, opponent goes first. We do have deadweight to kill something. Geese is bidding on 4. We don't really want to play Ghoul Raiser on 3. I guess we're keeping it, but not thrilled. Darn. That is a deadweight target, though. Can hold up Borrowed Malevolence still. Love the lands over here. Darn. Is that an instant? No, it's a sorcery. Okay. I guess we'll take a singular Jace's Scrutiny. But we did put some zombies in the yard. was going to say we could play Ghoul Raiser and Malevolence, but we can't. Can play Gisa's Bidding. I'd like to cast Malevolence this turn, killing their Field Creeper. But that would require us to not be very mana efficient here. No way to discard cards. Could just play the Gisa's Bidding. I think I'll just play the Gisa's Bidding. We don't have a way to discard cards right now, so I'll just make my 2/2s. The next turn we can Ghoul Raiser and still hold up Scrutiny or even Deterrence. Guess I shouldn't have played the Ghoul Raiser. Yeah, that wasn't a great attack, because I was going to Malevolence their Field Creeper down anyway. Alright, this is a 4/4, but we can at least bounce it. Whoops. Yeah, that isn't very good for us. Forgot about the whole madness thing in this format. Raven Foulbloods to the yard. $18 cards in deck. Still a Laboratory Brood in hand to mill us for 4 more, but it's okay. And a 4/4. Drag under. I'm trying to hit a land here for Lab Brute. That's fine too. Rise from the Tides currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the yard for us. I would like to not mill that with Lab Brute. There we go. That is something. Jace's Scrutiny. So if I attack, I can probably attack here. Okay, so I can activate this twice and then still cast a Laboratory Brute. And then we'll see if this number goes up. Goes up by 1. They found a 4th land. Let's see what they can do with it. Byway Courier. Okay. Woo! Hello. For each zombie card in your graveyard. I mean, if I cast the Rise from the Tides this turn, I have 6 tutus. I can also Colossus and cast Scrutiny. We get 7 next turn. Is 6 tutus enough to just basically kill them? I mean, yeah, that's plenty. So why don't we just do that? That should be fine, I think. Unless they can, like, board wipe or something, which I really hope they can't. Because they can block this, this, and this, and then they would take 16 right now. So they have to play 2 blockers. That's exactly 2 blockers. Yeah, let's just see how they want to block here. Ah, I didn't need to do that, dang it. Forgot about the stinking prowess. Could have got rid of the vampire, saved the lab brute. It's fine. I mean, again, unless they have a sweeper, which I can't imagine they're going to have. So, still a little bit loose there, but either way, I think we had that one in the bag. So, this hand is not great. Macabre Waltz does nothing. Ghoul Raiser has nothing in the yard. Colossus enters with no counters, and Lab Brute's a 4-drop. I'm not sure we can keep this. Yeah, let's keep this one instead. That's basically worse. Now we'll get color screwed instead. Hey, hi there. Never didn't have it, I guess, right? Alright, do we play the Ska or do we play the Foul Bloods here? I think whatever I'm playing is going to die. So, they're both zombies. The Ghoul Raiser can get either of them back. So, oh, nothing. Okay. That's fine too. Gavany Unhallowed. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on it. Okay. Go ahead and activate it once, and then play the Foul Bloods here. That is annoying. Bunch of black cards and not a whole lot to do with it. I can cast Ghoul Razor, get back the Ska, but then I can't cast anything else. I can cast Mutation and Dragoon. I can trade Mutation and Foul Bloods for both of these zombies. Which, I mean, they had a rare, so they're gonna get 2 and 3 for 1s with those kind of cards. I gained 6 life from that, which is pretty good. Although they do get a counter. Down goes Dragoon. I'd rather just cast the Ghoul Razor, I think. Okay, that means they're going to play like an X4 there. I can't attack now. Or an X7. Oh, it's a 4/4. Okay. -1/-1 for each card in your hand. So if I kill that, this gets bigger. So I can give this -1/-1 and then +1/+1 and they still trade. So there's no need to kick this. Well, I can't, I'm not using other mana, so I can give this +1/+1. So -1/-1. So this gets plus, and then this gets minus. Now I can still certain death their Gavany Unhallowed here next turn. Discard 3 cards to return this? That's crazy. Okay. I have another land. You have a Graph Rats. This is not a race we win, so we can't attack. We just have to plan on blocking here. And now we are at mercy of the top of our deck, which I don't think is going to be particularly nice to us at this point, considering they're just going absolutely nuts over here with all these rares. Dark Salvation, Geralf's Masterpiece, Gavany Unhallowed. What did you just do? Where's your exile? Why can't I see it? What did they just cast? Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Each of those is a zombie. Put this on the bottom of your library. Well, yeah. They have rares. We don't. So, we'll end that one there. Alright, we go first with Dragoon on 2. Colossus potentially on 3. We'll see if we can find Colonel Mustache? Spelled wrong? See if we can find a zombie to play on 4 to at least get a card out of this. Thermo Alchemist. See if they block here. I don't think they will. And I guess I'm playing the Colossus here in the event that we draw more zombies and can get more 2/2s here, but I mean, it's not great. It's probably just going to die anyway. Yep, pretty much. Ooh, another island. That's exactly what I need with this hand. Okay. I can deadweight the cultist right now. Or I can potentially use Malevolence to kind of blow them out. I don't think they're going to block with Thermo Alchemist. They prove they don't really want to do that. This thing is going to die anyway, so... So if I attack with both and they block one of them, I can just Jace's Scrutiny, which is actually pretty good. If they block 2, I can blow them out with Malevolence here. That's what I thought they'd be doing. See what I can find off of this. I was going to say not bad, but I forgot this is sitting here on the battlefield still. So, pretty bad. Also, we can't even cast it. We don't have a second swamp yet. Alright, so they probably have some sort of combat trick here now that they're blocking, but I mean, I have no other play to make, so... -1 and +1. So this gets +1, and this gets -1. And then they gotta go ahead and blow us out by killing this Dragoon, but... we can still deadweight the Thermo Alchemist post-combat, because this will probably still resolve. Maybe they give their Thermo Alchemist plus X or something like that. I think they're going to kill the Dragoon though. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Still doesn't do anything here. It's just a 3-mana 2/2. Don't know what kind of flash creatures are in the format, but I'm gonna hope it's not Stormrider Spirit. Spontaneous mutation. Okay, well. There goes Olivia's Dragoon. I can't bounce the Dragoon here, and it might be worth it considering we basically don't have anything else going on for us. I'm gonna play this, because now if this goes to the yard, we can get it back with Ghoul Razor here. I do fully expect it to also die. As long as it doesn't get exiled. Okay. Well, it didn't die. It went back to our hand. Which isn't great. We're trying here, but not entirely succeeding. Oh, come on. I needed to go to the graveyard. Ah, okay. One of our 8 laboratory brutes might be good. I know we only have 2 in the deck, but I'd like to mill a zombie at this point. They've done things. They bounced our zombie, they've spontaneous mutated a zombie, and imprisoned in the moon a zombie, so nothing's going to the yard here. Macabre Waltz not looking great either. Okay. Oh, what a game. Doing a whole lot of nothing. When attacks create 2 1/1s. Okay. Should I just kill that right now? Or at least try to? Okay, counter spell. No protection spell, sure. Have an answer to everything we're doing here. Hardcast a Wretched Griff. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get back both of these. Discard the Scob, because we can get it right back with Ghoul Razor. And then play the Scob, I guess? This is probably better in our graveyard than it is on the battlefield. Maybe not, though. We have a compelling deterrence of our own. Then that player discards a card if you control a zombie. So if we compelling deterrence this, we have to discard a card. We've already used our drag under. Tormenting Voice, discarding Alchemist Greeting, casting it for madness, killing our Scob. Must be nice. Everything is going their way here. Casting Hanweir Garrison. Well, that's what we needed earlier. Now we're going to mill our Rise from the Tides. Oh, we didn't. 3 lands, thanks. And a Ghoul Razor. One, two, three, four, 5 is Rise from the Tides right now. That's probably our only win con at this point. And we need it very soon. And we have to hope it doesn't get milled. We're going to cast our 3/3. Compelling Deterrence. Might not have been bad. Got rid of the pieces of puzzle too, but Rise of the Tides now is X equals 7. And there's only 10 cards left in deck. Discard a Madness card. Nope, discard a land. Okay. That cannot be good news for us. Oh, they're tapped and attacking too. Jeez. Okay, what sort of thing you got to blow me out here? Lightning Axe, there's one. And then they'll kill the other Lab Brute as well. Then they'll get a nice 3-for-1. Okay. Come on, Rise from the Tides. Well, they left themselves a little bit open here. Can probably still attack with the Garrison. Depends on what they drew. Come on. Put him to 4. If we were able to bounce the Wretched Griff, we could have made them chump with Pyrehound there. We have about one more turn to draw Rise from the Tides. Oh, man. I have to hope they don't have removal for the Dragoon. We win if they don't. Don't have it, please. Oh, nice. They probably shouldn't have attacked with their Wretched Griff there, knowing that we could have given this thing flying. We probably didn't deserve that win, but, you know, always play to your outs, which is what we did there. Alright, I'm beginning to think that our opening hands are all just not great, so we're just going to keep this one too, I suppose. Colossus on 3, Brute on 4? Question mark? Maybe Drag Under on 3? We'll see. And if Colossus dies, we have Macabre Waltz to get it back, potentially, so... They do have double red, which scares me that this will die. But if they don't play a creature, I can't do nothing. Beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card. Any player may have you put that in your graveyard. If it does, they deal damage to us equal to its... Okay.